It's 7 o'clock on a Tuesday night, and where else would I be but here with you? DJ Stutz here with Little Hearts Academy and Imperfect Heroes podcast. And before we get started, I just wanted to share something. Starting next Monday, so that's December 19th, I am working in cooperation with an educational support group called Council Academy, and we're doing a babysitting basics class. And so if you have a child or you know someone with a child who's interested in earning some extra money babysitting, it's a great opportunity for tweens and teens. And we're going to be talking about how to manage if the kids are arguing and what to expect if you're with a infant or a toddler or a preschooler or an elementary age kids, because they all have different abilities and different expectations. We're also going to be talking about what to do if something goes wrong. So like if there's a power outage, if God forbid there's a police action in the area, what they need to do to make sure that everyone stays safe. We're also, and I'm really excited about this part, we're also going to be talking about how to look at their babysitting as an actual business. And so we're going to be talking about some business information, how to strategize, how to find new business in a safe way, how to get repeat customers. And so we're going to be going through all of that. So it's 1 hour for 4 days in a row. And so that would be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And so if you went to Council, and it's Council with an S, council-academy.com, and then look at their camps and workshops, click, and I'm going to put the link in the show notes. So if you have someone that's interested in, you kind of need something to keep them busy next week, this can help you out. My ear thing came out. That's not good. There we go. All right. So let's get started for this week because it's amazing and I'm so excited to share with you. I've been talking a lot lately about gratitude and service because I really feel like these are key things in our lives. We need to have them in our lives in order to be productive, to be kind, and to feel independent as an adult. We know that service is a way to help work through depression and other if you're down, if you're having a rough season or a rough time in your life, one of the ways to really work your way through it is finding someone to serve. And so I brought back Natalie Silverstein. Now she was it was in the 50s. It was last summer. I had her on, I think it was in August, and she has 2 books out about service and family. So the first book is actually about doing service with young kids. And then her second book that just came out last August is about teens and service opportunities for them. And then she's got this amazing podcast called Simple Acts. And it's totally about teens serving. So they're about 15, 20 minutes long. And every guest is a teenager. She refuses to have any adults on the show. And they're all teenagers getting involved in their community through service. What an amazing thing. So as we were talking on the podcast, we talked about how there are so many different ways to get involved. And so you have to kind of pay attention. Some of the things you actually need to plan ahead of time. Some charities actually wind up with so many people wanting to serve during the holidays that they have more than they need, right? But there are other opportunities within. And in her book, and then on our podcast, she comes up with some great ideas and great ways to engage our children in serving and in giving to others. And so we also talked about, so there's the organizations part, right? Where you can go and serve and help a community, help at a church that you don't go to. what a great way to expand your horizons. I love that idea. Or help out with some other charity, a homeless shelter, or there's just a hospital, foster home group, or if you call the foster care numbers for your county, because it's usually done by county. Not always though. Might be an area. It depends on how small counties are in your state. But if you go and call, they will tell you, they'll hook you up with kids that need Christmas, kids that need maybe just some time out, special time just alone with them, and a family doing something fun. There's a ton of things that you can do. So we talked about that. We also talked about there are smaller things that you can do with your kids, like making cookies for the neighbor, or writing notes, handing out cards to police officers and first responders. We talked about just making different notes to put on the doors of your neighbors. So, if you don't want to make cookies, make notes and have some fun with that. All right. So we had just a great time talking, and Natalie is just so inspirational, which is why I had her back. She's so much fun and so full of just great ideas on things that you can do. Another thing that we talked about, and I want to share this with you today, is the donation bingo. So, a lot of us have kids with so many toys that we don't have enough place to put them all, right? Maybe they have a special room just for their toys beyond their bedroom. There's the toy room, and it's just full of toys. And now you think about Christmas, they're just going to get a ton more toys, right? Where are you going to put it all? Well, we're going to bring service, and we're going to bring the need for calm in all the clutter, right? Organization. And we're going to bring those two things together. So I have for you, and it's free. But if you want to make your own, that's fine. Bingo cards. And so I have one that's for boys, one that's for girls, and then there's a blank one that you can just fill in a way that is meaningful for your family, right? And so you get the bingo card, and maybe there's something like a doll, and they get to cross it off. Of course, there's a star in the middle. That's your free spot, right? And then, or maybe it's a truck, or something blue, or something with glitter, and maybe it's a clothing item, or maybe it's pajamas, something that kids might have a lot of that are gently used and that can help others. So, and I've talked about this, I think a fair amount lately, is because he was so inspirational, and I'm so grateful for a listener who took the time, talk about gratitude, to share her story with me. So this little guy, I won't share his name, but 3 years old, and they used the bingo cards, and at 3 years old, she explained, oh, this is for kids who aren't going to get Christmas. This is for kids who need toys, or they don't have warm jammies, they don't have a warm sweater, whatever it was. This little 3-year-old was so inspired that he very quickly gathered. He checked things off on his bingo card, and he got bingo very quickly. But he was so inspired, he wanted to do blackout. He wanted to donate something for every square on the bingo card, and he did. And so they had a basket, and she took him with her as they went to donate. And I forget what charity she said that they donated to, but she took him with her, and he was so excited. And in fact, even when he filled out the blackout, he wanted to find more things to donate for these children at 3 years old. So they are perfectly capable of having these feelings, understanding, and really at that age, they do tend to find their humanity more easily, right? It's an interesting thing. They'll hit someone over the head over the truck they want, right? But then when they find out about someone who doesn't have anything, they are so willing and so capable of doing something special for that. And that's can become a part of your family. And you don't have to wait for Christmas to do it, right? You can do it before a birthday. You can do it for a summer or spring clean out of your house anytime. And so those bingo cards are available on the website www.littleheartsacademyusa.com. And again, I tell you they're free, so you can just go in, you download them, you can print out as many as you want, and you could even have like a little Christmas party, and instead of a scavenger hunt, we could do a bingo hunt and let them bring their own bingo card and of stuff that you're going to donate, and that could be part of your holiday party. And how fun would that be? So think of wonderful ways to use this. And I, like this one mom took her time to report back to me on how well that worked for her family. I would love to hear how that worked for your family. And so you can either post it on the Facebook, there's the Little Hearts Academy page, there's the Imperfect Heroes page, or you can even do it on Instagram, and there's both Little Hearts Academy and Imperfect Heroes on Instagram as well. And I would love to hear from you. If you want to just send me an email, which is how this mom actually got a hold of me, it's djstutz@littleheartsacademyusa.com, and I would love to hear from you. So I'm going to put those links in the comments below, and I would love to hear what's going on in your life and in your holidays, and how you're bringing service and gratitude in as part of your family celebration. So until next week, let's find oh gosh, I messed that up. Let's find joy in parenting. I almost said happiness. Goodbye, everyone.